All right, are you guys ready to do some stretches? Let's start with our snaps, just because I think that's a good way to start. I know you guys like some of those. So we're gonna start with some snaps, just like we always do. You can do them down low, you can do them in the middle. I'm hearing a song in my head because I can't figure out how to play the music on my phone and make the video. So I have a song in my head. We can do them up high. Is everybody together? Are you snapping with me? Very good. Excellent. Okay, so now that we're all loosened up with our snaps, now let's do some arm circles. We're gonna do our feet apart. We'll do some arm circles, big arm circles. Now we're gonna hold our arms out straight and see if you can bend over so your back is straight like a table. Let's see if I can do it sideways. So you want your back to be, try to hold your arms up, make your back flat like a table. You make your back flat like a table. It's a good stretch for the backs of your legs. Very good. Now let's do a little bit of balance work. We haven't done that this week. Find your balance before you start, okay? If you're feeling wobbly, don't start yet. Feet planted, and they feel nice and secure on the floor. Go ahead, put the 1 foot up, put your hands here. When that feels stable, you can go ahead, lift up. If you feel yourself starting to wobble, it's okay. You can tuck your foot back down. That's okay too. But we're just going to work on some balancing this morning. So hold that. Now we're going to switch sides. Again, wait until your foot feels stable before you lift the other foot off the ground. So once you feel stable and you feel like you're not going to fall and not going to wobble, you can keep it low. You can bring it up higher. If you feel like you're starting to wobble, just put your foot back down. Very good. We'll take a couple deep breaths. Just try to get settled for the day. It's Friday, so. So this is the time of day when we should be doing share time, right? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to figure out how we can do that. How can we do share time all together? I'm not sure if that looks like a Zoom or GoToMeeting, or I'm not sure exactly how we can do share time all together. So for today, I'm gonna share something with you, and then when I talk to you individually, you can share something with me. But I know that's not the same. It's not the same as when we sit all together in a circle and get to share things and pass them around. So let's think about that. Let's think about how can we do share time when we're not together. So I want to share with you something today. While we were out on spring break, Joe and Henry and Eli and I, we went to Edisto Island with Joe's parents, Eli and Henry's grandma and grandpa. And Edisto, I'll kind of move because it's easier to see when I'm not in the way. Edisto Island, it's very tiny. It is sort of near Charleston, off the coast of South Carolina. Little tiny island. There's nothing there. It's very peaceful, very quiet. You can walk along the beach. And I found this on the beach. And I just thought it was really cool the way that everything was put together. It almost looks like a craft project, like someone had made it. You can see the shells. It was just interesting how it was all stuck together. So I saw this sitting there and just thought this was a very beautiful, natural sculpture. So I picked that up. So that is my share for today. And as I mentioned earlier in the week, yes, I'm in the same outfit in all these videos. I know this looks a little weird because every morning I'm wearing this, and then every afternoon when I read A Bear Named Trouble, I'm wearing something else. It's because I made all these videos last week. These are pre-recorded because I have to stay a step ahead of you guys. And trying to stay a step ahead of kindergartners and first graders and second graders is hard. You guys are so smart and on top of things. And so I've got to stay a step ahead of you guys, which means I have to record all of my videos the week before you're actually watching them. So I am showering, I am changing clothes. I'm not wearing this outfit every day. I'm not sleeping at school. I don't just live here now. So that's why you might be noticing something sketchy about these videos. Kim keeps telling me it's a different day, but she appears to be wearing the same outfit. You're right. They're pre-recorded. But for the sake of this lesson and this conversation, today is Friday. Today, let's turn toward the calendar so we can do our calendar work. Today is Friday, March 27th. So we're gonna look at our basket here. This is stuff that you guys usually do. You usually find our date. So on the 27th, we have 2 tens, 7 units. That makes 27. Today's the 27th. Oops, can't get them all open. Very good. So Friday, March 27th. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna write this on our board because I want you to, I want everyone to practice writing the date. This is great handwriting practice every day. Oops, sorry. This is great handwriting practice every day. And something that you guys normally fight over. So everyone write your date. If you have a dry erase board at home, I know a lot of you do, feel free to write your date every day on your dry erase board. March. What date did I say it was? 27th. 27th. And the year 2020. Very good. You can also write 3/27/20. So here's today's date, 3/27/20. March 27th, 2020. So everyone write this down in your copybook. Also write it on the tops of your papers for everything that you do today. All right. So there's a lot going on, right? Things are different. We're not in school like we were before. We can't play with our friends like we did before. Go to restaurants and stores. So I think this is maybe making a lot of us have a lot of different feelings, and we're not sure what to do or what's going on, or don't quite understand why things are so different all of a sudden. So I've been thinking about that, and I was looking through our books and thinking about what I wanted to read today. And of course, we're talking about bears because we're reading A Bear Named Trouble, and I had all of our new bear books over there for us when we came back. And one of my favorite series is the ones that are these, like Bear Snores On, Bear Wakes Up, Bear Loses a Tooth, Bear Says Thanks, and this one is Bear Feels Sick. And I was thinking, a lot of people are talking about that night. Like, you might be hearing your parents talk about it at home, or might hear something on TV. And a lot of people are talking about that right now, talking about being sick or ways to prevent getting sick. Miss Janet did some fun videos on washing your hands. So I just thought this is it's just such a sweet book about Bear Feels Sick, and I thought it might be kind of nice to read that now because it's kind of a topic that's on everyone's mind. And also I had already, before all this started, put it out on our shelf because of, I just put it out with all the bear books. So this is Bear Feels Sick by Carmel Wilson and Jane Chapman, and I love all these bear books. They are the best. They just have the best flow to them, I think. Alone in his cave, as the autumn wind blows, Bear feels achy with a stuffed up nose. He tosses and he turns, all huddled up in a heap. Bear feels tired, but he just can't sleep. He sniffs and he sneezes, he whiffs and he wheezes, and Bear feels sick. His friends gather round. Come out, Bear, and play. Bear shakes his head. I'm too sick today. Mouse mutters, oh my, Bear's head is too hot. Hare says, we will help. Here's a warm, cozy spot. Isn't it nice how his friends always pitch in? You notice that's a theme in a lot of these books is no matter what Bear's going through, his friends are always here to pitch in and help. Bear mumbles and he moans, he grumbles and he groans, and the bear feels sick. Mouse squeezes Bear tight. He whispers in his ear, it'll be just fine, your friends are all here. Badger fetches water, Gopher cooks the broth, while Mole soothes Bear with a cool wet cloth. See, there's all his friends pitching in all the things that they're going to do to see if they can make their friend Bear feel better. They cover Bear up, and he drinks from a cup, but he still feels sick. You can think about what are the things that you like when you're not feeling well. What makes you feel better? Is it cozying up with a blanket? Is it a hot tea? Raven says, call, come along, Owl and Wren. Let us go gather herbs to bring back to the den. They coax Bear to sip just a smidgen of tea. You'll feel better soon, says Mouse. Wait and see. Using some herbs to make some tea. I've been drinking a lot of tea lately, not because I'm sick, but just because I've been drinking more hot tea with lemon and ginger. Bear shakes and he shivers, he coughs and he quivers, and he still feels sick. The friends fuss and fret. The friends cook and care. They keep a close eye on their poor sick bear. Oh, looks like some of them are making artwork. That's a nice thing to do. You see them making artwork for someone that doesn't feel good? They're doing all that they can to soothe him and comfort him and make him feel better and help him get well. They all talk in whispers. They walk on tippy toes. They sing lullabies. Then the bear starts to doze. So they're whispering and they're being quiet so the bear can get sleep. That's a good thing to do when you don't feel well. Just get some rest. They watch Bear for hours. We've done all we could. Then the bear wakes up. And the bear feels good. He got some rest. His friends took care of him. Now he's feeling better. See lots of mammals, lots of birds in these pictures. Bear cries, I'm all better. I'm feeling like new. I'm not hot and achy. It's all thanks to you. Let's celebrate now. Let's go out and play. Let's jump in the leaves. Let's frolic and play. Now he's all better. Then Mouse starts to wheeze and Hare starts to sneeze, and the friends feel sick. Bear murmurs, "Don't worry," and tucks them in bed. He bundles them up and he kisses each head. He tells all his friends, "You'll soon feel like new. You took care of me. Now I'll take care of you." And there he is in his den. So this is a really sweet book about how friends take care of each other. However, there are some things to think about in this book because it is a fiction book. This is not nonfiction. It's fiction. So what are some things that you heard in this book that you might think, is that the best idea? Or things that you might do a little differently? So it's sweet how his friends took care of him, but just a thought, just some things to consider as we're trying to keep ourselves healthy, trying to keep everyone around us healthy. Just some general rules of thumb about coughing into your elbow. If you're sick, you have a little tickle, you have a cough, it's good to cough and sneeze into your elbow, not down here, in your elbow, right here, which is good. Washing your hands really well helps. So this is a sweet little story, but think about some of the things that we're talking about now, about keeping yourself healthy, keeping those around you healthy, and just all the things that we talk about in school anyway. We always talk about washing our hands. We always talk about coughing and sneezing into our elbow. So all those things are really important. I hope that you like that book. We'll be reading more bear books to come. I have Bear Loses a Tooth. I know that's a hot topic in here. People are always losing teeth. When you teach kindergarten, first and second, somebody's always got to lose tooth, right? So we'll be reading that book later on. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will be Skyping and Facebooking with you a little later on just to check in with you. But I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.